Galloway, and this is Discrimination Within Canada. Canada has been known to be a very multicultural, diverse, and inclusive country, and the reason for that is we're made up of a jigsaw of people of all different colors, race, religion, backgrounds, and we create a very diverse and astounding community of people that make up Canada. And because of that, I believe that's why we're on the forefront of fighting for freedoms, fighting for equality, fighting for rights. And we are doing this all over the world. But before we go all over the world and fight for the equality rights there, maybe we should take a better look at what's happening here in our own country and see that maybe not everyone here has equality rights. And you may be saying, what do you mean? I mean, you just said we're multicultural, we're inclusive. And yes, stated in the charter, we have all these rights, and it's something that everyone is able to have and something that everyone should have. But when you look closer and deeper into society, you see that maybe it's not something that everyone is having in their everyday life. Maybe it's not something that someone is able to have. And more specifically, under the Ontario Human Rights Code, we have 16 prohibited grounds for discrimination, and this includes race, sex, sexual orientation, creed, religion, age, and it goes on to list more. And you cannot discriminate based on these grounds. Also, underneath the Ontario Human Rights Code, we prohibit harassment. And harassment is defined as engaging in a vexatious, annoying, or provoking comment or conduct which is known or ought visibly to be known to be unwelcomed. And it's amazing to see that even not only under our charter, but even in our own province, that we have protections in place and laws in place to make sure that harassment and discrimination doesn't happen. So then, why is it still happening? Some may say it's not, and I disagree. If you look carefully, you can see discrimination and harassment happening. And sometimes it's happening in the lives of students all over the world. I believe that school has become a breeding ground for discrimination, for harassment, and in this turn creating a poisoned environment. A poisoned environment is created by comments or conduct that ridicule or insult a person or group protected under the code. And I believe that with discrimination and harassment being so prevalent inside schools now, that it's become a poison environment. It's become an environment where people are being taunted and discriminated against and harassed based on things that they shouldn't be harassed about or discriminated against, like their color, their race, their religion. I believe that schools have become a place where insulting jokes are the norm, and are maybe not the norm, but are something that people don't even think about anymore, and that racial jokes about blacks or Jews or anything else has just become something that can be said. But that is harassment in a way, is it not? It's you repeatedly vexation or annoying in a comment and conduct that is known to be unacceptable, that is known to be unwelcome. Like, because once somebody walks around who is black, all of a sudden this black joke isn't being said. So you know it's not acceptable. You know it's unreasonable. The same thing can be said for when any other slurs are said or any other jokes are made about anything else. Once somebody of that race or somebody of that color or somebody of that religion walks around the corner, all of a sudden it's silent because everyone knows that that's not the way to act. Everyone knows that it's not a welcomed comment, it's not a welcome conduct. Everyone knows that it's unacceptable. So then, why does it continue to happen? Schools have just become a place where people fear going to, and it's something that's sad because according to the World Health Organization, someone around the globe commits suicide every 40 seconds. And if we divert that back to Canada, we see that suicide is the second leading cause of death for Canadians between the ages of 10 and 24. Do you guys see the connection? 10 and 24 is an age when school starts to become a prominent thing in our lives and ends to be a prominent thing in life. We're at a university. And just look at that. Could it be that people are heading to school where they should be learning and getting an education and being able to learn and be equal to everyone, yet they're being discriminated and called names and having to listen to joke after joke based on their race, based on their religion, based on their color. And how is that in any way equal to the rights of everyone else in that school who get to go there, who get to be a part of something without having to be defined by their color, their religion, by their race? It's something that is becoming so predominant. Kids all over the world are starting to dread school, and it's something that we shouldn't allow. It's something that we need to stop here in our own country, and it's something that we all need to take a look at and take a look at ourselves and seeing what are we doing and what are we doing to stop this discrimination, to stop this harassment, and to stop schools from being a poisoned environment where students are scared to go to. Just something to think about.